think it was about adding. Like 110 equals 10. Yeah, we had decimals. We did like straight fractions and decimals.
And I don't, like I said, sometimes I forget what we did or what we didn't do, but the book, just in this section here, just wants you to realize that when it comes to decimals, if you're talking about the tenths, which is this place right here, wow, something's going on right there, and this place right here, what place is that? You know? The hundredths place. When you talk about that, one of the easiest ways to think about that is think about that in terms of money, simply because we do money all the time. Okay, and you've been taught to use money since you were 2, 3, whatever years old here. Okay, the number here, the coin that we have for the tenths place is what coin? What coin do we have that is a tenth of a dollar? Or what coin do we have that takes 10 of them to make a dollar, right?
Done.
Okay, in the tenths place, that is your dimes. Okay, and then in the hundredth place, what coin do we have that takes 100 to make a dollar? Alex?
Pennies.
Okay, a penny, which most people these days won't even bend over to pick up a penny because they're not worth too much. My personal opinion is we really should do away with probably pennies and nickels, because really, nobody really wants them or cares. It would make our life that much easier. A penny floor? You make your whole floor out of pennies?
My bedroom floor.
Really, whose idea is that? Do you pour something over it then?
Well, actually, my dad found it on Pinterest. So
How many pennies would it take to do your floor? We could figure that out mathematically. We
my
probably should.
brother gave me a gift card that only has 1 cent on it.
You get a gift card with 1 cent?
No, he used all
All
the
of
money.
it but a penny? Sure.
Mom.
Now, you have to be careful with this because we don't have, I mean, we've got other coins that we use that don't fall into these categories, like a quarter. There's no decimal place for a quarter because it's the combination of 2 dimes and 5 pennies, or a nickel. So really, when you talk about decimals, you're only thinking about dimes and pennies. And know that, just like in our numbering system, if you have 10 pennies, that's the same as having 1 dime. Just like if you have 10 single dollar bills, that's the same as having, our system is based on tens. Not every system is, we can't think of other ones, but a computer doesn't use, by the way, a computer doesn't think in terms of the tens system. A computer is based on what, does anybody know? Nope. A computer is runs on a binary system. A computer really only understands 2 digits. You know what they are? 0 and 1. Why is that? Because of this. A computer is nothing more than bazillions and zillions and zillions, well, I don't know if it's that many, of these. A computer is nothing more than a bunch of these things all put together.
Lights?
Yeah,
A computer runs on electricity, and electricity is either on or off. And that's why a computer will only understand zeros and ones. But that's what you ever heard of computer programmers? Computer programmers are the ones that take these zeros and ones that the computer talks in, and they write the programs that change it. It's like a whole different language. Change it from the language of computer into the language that you guys understand, which is everything else. Okay, a computer only knows whether that switch is on or it's off. It runs on electricity, based on all these little zeros and ones. Because if you ever see a computer program, or sometimes when a computer spits out, it'll just spit out a whole bunch of this stuff here that you don't understand.
Yeah.
Zeros and ones. That's what a computer is all about. Even though somebody, when they write the software, they write the programs that change all this into stuff that we can understand. But this is what it's all about. Come on.
So that's the only numbers
It's the only number a computer understands. Now it does a whole bunch of stuff with those numbers or digits, okay?
Those two.
And then it gets translated, that's really what it is, and then it gets translated from zeros and ones into what we understand. Okay. It's hard for you to think about that, but that's really it. The computer's really, you know, a computer's no smarter than the guy that's sitting there changing and making it do what he wants to do, but that's. Now, the book is gonna ask you these questions here, just so you know. What combination of dollars, dimes, and pennies makes $4.65? What combo, and I think you guys are, of dollars, dimes, and pennies will make, what did I say, $4.65? If you were trying to make $4.65, and it says using the fewest number of each. Using the fewest. In other words, you can't tell me that you can give 65 pennies. Okay. What's the smallest number of bills you can use to make $4? 4 ones, right? 60 cents using dimes would have to be 6 dimes, right? And 5 cents there would be 5 pennies. They, yeah, but you can't. You're not allowed to use nickels. Dollars, dimes, and pennies.
Did we say that in our book?
Yes, it'll tell you that. And they don't want you to use nickels because in our decimal system we don't have nickels. We only have quarters. I don't know what else they really asked you. This is kind of a goofy one. How about, well, you know what, open your book to page 408.